Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today quite a number of things came in the mail. As you can see, there are two little packages here and then a big box here. I'm going to save the box for last because I think it's the most interesting thing. But these two actually came from the same seller, and this was the same seller that I had purchased from last week. And so if you haven't checked that video out yet, I highly recommend it. He has great service, and so I'll leave his information down in the description. And then this one is from a different Bricklink seller. So with that being said, we are going to start opening this up right now. All right, so I ripped both of them open here, and we're going to start with this one. This is from the seller from last week, like I had mentioned here. And so pretty much what this is just more kind of odds and ends. This is for the town hall, which is why I made that purchase the first time in the first place, and also why I came back, because the clock here and the arches are pretty hard to come by in some cases, and so figured he had both of them, I'd pick them up. And then also the tile from the bookshop has the number on it. I thought that was cool. These are from the crocodile locomotive, the torsos, and then the head, or the head pieces, and then the legs here. So figured I'd pick up a couple of them because they were relatively cheap, and it was cheaper than picking up the whole figure. So there's that. These are the crowbars that I had talked about in that last video where he messed up his inventory, and so I bought 12 instead of 6. And then, so this is the remainder of that, which is great. And so once again, huge thank you to him for all of his help. And then this right here looks to be just more train bogey pieces, as well as some brown pieces and some blues, and then a couple other black pieces as well. And so that is pretty much it for this haul here. This was in the same order as that, and so I didn't want to go crazy because that is quite a big thing. But moving over to this one here, this one says packed with love from us to you, and I took out the packing slip, and so huge thank you to this seller as well for getting this out really quickly. And so this is just a bunch of really interesting pieces that you'll kind of start to notice. But starting with the figures, this seller had some classic figures. You can see the Exxon on the torso there. This one is pretty cool as well. And then this Octane racing guy I thought was really neat. And then these are for the town hall here, these curved slopes. And then pretty much everything in here is for the town hall as well. And so you'll see the white fenders, and then the panels, the window pieces, and then the garage door pieces as well. And then some more town hall pieces, and then the blue is just good to have as filler. And then the kind of trapdoor piece. I know I have one, I just couldn't find it for whatever reason, so I had to buy one, but it was pretty cheap, so it doesn't really matter. And then this is the interesting thing here. This has these curved black arches here, and most of this is for the town hall. But the NBA panel here is actually the backboard of a basketball hoop. Let me kind of open this up here. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Okay, so with this now being open, let me get this out, and because it was labeled as used, and so I want to see if it's in actually good condition or not. And it looks to actually be in pretty decent condition, which is really surprising. I am really happy I bought it. It wasn't totally expensive. I think it was like $1 or maybe just shy of $1. But it looks good. It looks like it's in good condition, and I'm happy about that. And then everything else in here is pretty much for the town hall, except for this 2x2 brick. It had the old Lego logo on it, so I thought that was pretty neat. And that is pretty much that for these two orders, or I guess packages here. Now let's take a look at the big boy right here. All right, so this is quite the box here, but I already cut the tape on it, so you can kind of just open it with one hand here while I'm talking to you guys. And the set is something that I had discussed previously. I talked about it pretty in-depth with the channel members, which if you're interested in becoming a channel member, I highly recommend it. In becoming a channel member, you get early access to videos, exclusive videos, as well as members-only updates and members-only polls, and so much more. So if that's something that you're interested in, be sure to click the link down in the description or the join button next to the channel name. But let's open this up and I'll show you guys what's inside. And so this one set here is the old train engine shed. This is from the Bricklink Designer Program Series 1, for those of you not familiar with it here. And I loved this set. I missed out on it when it was first going out for crowdfunding, but the seller had it for a decent price and the shipping was not totally expensive either. So I decided to pick it up. And then once again, seriously, thank you to this seller for being so kind and helping me out and messaging me back and forth and all that. So this is great. I'm going to take this out and I'll show you guys the box, and then I will do a review of this in its own video. And so here it is. As you can see, it is set number 910033. It is a 6-digit number and an 18 plus 2,331 pieces. Old train engine shed designed by Maria. So this is a beautiful model, and I had considered creating my own engine shed, but I have so many open projects at the moment that figured this would be easier. And also with the amount of pieces it would take to make something like this, I would probably be spending close to the amount that I paid for this anyways. So it's just a convenience factor at the end of the day. And I think this is a beautiful set, and I always wanted it in my collection since I first saw it. So it's a win-win for me. The only thing is that the box here has a little bit of a dent in it, but it's not the end of the world if you're not really looking for it. The sides here are just standard, and then the back here shows you what it looks like when the roof is removed. And that is pretty much that there. I am extremely happy with this. In between clips, I did go ahead and open the box just to make sure that everything was in there, because this, yeah, I think it was this piece of tape didn't look too good. Like, it still looked connected, obviously, but it just looked a little worse for wear. So I figured I would cut it open, just make sure everything is in there, and it was. So that is why it doesn't sound like there's Lego in it, but I promise you all of the pieces are there. And so I will be building this in the near future, and then we can do a review as well as placing it in the city. So I am really, really excited to do that, because as of right now, we are in the process of redoing the entire city, and I have a good spot for it. I think it's going to look really, really good there. I do know that the ballast is not on the standard modular system where the ballast starts 2 studs away from the base plate on either side, is instead of the 0 here and then the 4 here. I'm gonna have to figure that out, but I think I can make it work, and I think that won't be too bad. But that is pretty much the entire haul here. I'm super excited to add all of this stuff to the collection here, especially these torsos and the town hall. Where is it? The town hall clock as well. Super, super excited about that. I can go ahead and count all of these in to the town hall, and then also the old figures here. I'm a sucker for old figures, and these were not terribly expensive, and so that is pretty much that. So huge thank you to both of these Bricklink sellers for getting this stuff out to me really, really quickly. And that is pretty much that. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. Let me know if you think I should make a basketball court in the city now that we're redoing everything. Let me know what you think about that. I'd be pretty curious to hear what you think, because I have one of these now and it is in pretty decent condition. So maybe I will consider making one. But again, let me know. I'd be pretty curious to hear what you guys think. But that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this haul, make sure to like it and subscribe, as well as click the bell notification so you don't miss any future uploads. If you guys can't wait to see this engine shed get built, and also all of these pieces get used in the town hall, as well as figures around the city and stuff like that, make sure to drop a comment down below to let me know what you're excited for the most. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.